Hello, my name is Arunke Omame. I'm no better known as Sissy Lawyer, and I like it when my friends call me Sissy Lawyer. Tonight, I want to talk to you about whether divorce is the only option when your marriage is going bad. It's important, first of all, let's get the statistics right. Now, every year we find out that there are many people who are divorcing, and it has been said that about 40% of marriages that are conducted every year run into one problem or the other, and about another 70% of that actually go to the divorce courts. Now, bear in mind that you don't go to divorce courts until 2 years after your marriage is in trouble. But then that's what I'm talking about this evening, and I hope that you will listen. Come round, let's talk about this issue. Divorce is a death. It's a death of marriage. It's a death of a relationship. It's a death of love. It's a death of what the two of you have vowed to keep and to nourish. But something has happened. And divorce doesn't just happen overnight. It happens because there is a series of issues that have been going wrong in the marriage. Sometimes even before the marriage was conducted. But definitely it's a loss of trust, it's a loss of commitment to each other, it's a loss of intimacy of the relationship, and that's what divorce is. But not everybody wants to get out of their marriage because it's failing. Some people would rather just stay inside that marriage and hope that things will get better. But nothing gets better unless, of course, you're working at it. So let's look at a situation where you have a wound, let's say, and you are not putting any salve on it, you're not dressing it. The wound isn't going to get better, it's going to get worse and worse, and probably you might have to end up having to cut off that part of your body. The same it is with all relationships that are going bad. We need to look at them and work at them. But then again, sometimes we work at our relationships and yet they don't seem to get better. Now, there are two options. It's either your marriage is working or your marriage isn't working. It's either you want to get out of the marriage or you want to stay within the marriage. And sometimes you want to stay within a marriage that technically is dead or is almost dead. And you start to ask yourself, what are the options? Now, first of all, the first option is when you find out that you can no longer live with that person and you probably believe that the marriage has broken down irretrievably. The first option is you get separated. Now, separation is really not an option to consider, and the reasons are this. First of all, when you are separated from your spouse, your finances aren't better; they're actually doubled, in the sense that you're paying two rents. Both of you are paying two rents. Both of you are paying for two utilities. Both of you are paying tenement rates and other rates to government. Both of you are paying, you're paying for food separately. Both of you are paying for everything that you're paying for as a couple becomes two. And so separation is expensive. You remain the spouse of the other. So that means that you cannot really be dating anybody else or be seen to be dating anybody else. And so when you decide that you want to separate from each other as an option to divorce, are you really sure that that's what you want to do? Because I see it as being in a cell, putting yourself in a holding cell where you're not divorced, you're not married, you're separated, you cannot continue with your life. But then again, some people choose to be there. And that's why you find out that when marriages are in trouble, many of them are not in court because they are separated and they'd rather just leave it like that. Well, for some it works that way. What about when you choose there, however, to move ahead and work on your relationship? What is one of the options? One of the options is to start by asking yourself, do I really want to stay in this marriage? What is it in it for me? Am I staying just because of the children? Or am I staying because I believe that there's a relationship that can still be built? Am I staying because of my vows to love and to cherish forever? Is there anything left to cherish or to love forever? These are the questions that you need to ask yourself as you consider that you want to mend your marriage. Divorce may not necessarily be the only option. Sometimes it is, as I've said, healing of the marriage. So how do you heal your marriage? The first thing first is to ask yourself, maybe we want to consider mediation. Maybe we want to consider seeing a counselor. And when you go to see a counselor, it is because you both honestly believe that there's still something left in your marriage. It might be comatose, but it's not dead. And so when you ask yourself, do I really want to get married? Do I really want to get divorced? That means that there's probably some doubt in your mind about whether or not the marriage is really, really gone. Divorce may not necessarily be your option. Why don't you consider mediation? Why don't you ask somebody to come in as a third party, a neutral party, to help you both dig out what the issues are, what the red flags are, what the history, what your personal history is, what are the shadows you are living inside, which are making your marriage not work. That's what I do. My name is Comfortimg, as I've said, and I am a divorce healing counselor. That means that I recognize the fact that some marriages cannot be saved. But I also know that many people desire that their marriages be saved. And it is possible for your marriage to be saved. So why don't you get in touch with me? Look under here and book a call to talk to me. Let's have a talk about this. In the meantime, if you're enjoying this, why don't you subscribe to my channel? Hit the subscribe button and share this video as much as possible. Thank you.